時の形をきれいにするためですね。だけどこの握り方は空手と同じですね。
握り方ですね。今動作にこういう技ありますけど、これは一つの意味がございますか？
いや、これはここは意味はないんだが、この握り方ですね。これなんとか名称がありましたでしょう。
空手では稽古剣と言いました、鳥のくちばしと言います。
そうそうそう。これも同じです。これ。
それから足、空手の場合は足の運びが大事ですけども、
Many of these dance movements are obviously related to karate. These blocking techniques, for example.
似てますね。八文字立ちですね。
回るところの足使いですね。これはもう三チュンじゃないですか。
そうですね。この測定が足の裏を押さえ、測定が全く床から離れないでスッといきますね。空手と全く同じです。
ああ、そうですか。この立ち方、腰の落とし方、歩き方、
全く空手と同じですね。
空手ともうほとんど同じですね。
そうですね。
それからこの開くところですね。力を抜いてここで
瞬間的に力を込めると。
In 1393, the Chinese government sent a colony of artisans to Okinawa to teach the people the arts of writing, shipbuilding, lacquer work and pottery. The Okinawans already had crude pottery before the 14th century, but the Chinese potters added new skills and techniques. These the Okinawans in their turn developed and changed. They became famous for their pottery, and many well-known potters went to Okinawa before 1940 to learn from them, although the pre-war Japanese government tried to discourage this. They wanted a unified Japan, but they had trouble forcing the islanders to conform. The Okinawans cremated their dead and placed their ashes inside huge earthenware jars. Custom dictated that the ashes of one's ancestors be placed in a new jar every few decades, which means there is a constant demand for them. This potter works for 3 months, making several hundred funeral pots. Then they are all put into the kiln together. Just as the Chinese guided the Okinawans in pottery, so they did in karate. Over the past 4 centuries or more, Okinawan fighting masters have been visiting the Chinese mainland and studying martial arts there. Many of karate's katas were brought to Okinawa in this way, but after they arrived in Okinawa, they were modified and developed to become part of the local fighting system. This was always the principle of their lives, to learn from everyone, but to transform what they learned to suit their own strong characters. This Chinese lion gets an Okinawan face. Fighters traditionally use clay jars for strengthening their fingers and hands. Every week, a small group of the most senior students gather to do body strengthening exercises and practice the most advanced karate skills. They use a mixture of local and foreign training aids. This loop of solid iron is an Hawaiian training invention. It weighs about 60 pounds. The people of Okinawa have always been stocky, with short, powerful legs, the physique of seafaring people. Karate matches their bodies, giving them a strength much greater than seems possible for their size.
自分から手を出さないようにと。ですから、まあ、自分から手を出して喧嘩は、まあ、しないよと。そういう戒めでもう肩は全部怪我が始まってますからね。まあ、相手が攻撃しようとする挑発的なものはやはりその抑えるのが我々の務めですからね。まあ、やむを得ない時はそれはディフェンスしてやる場合もありますけども、目的はまずこの抑えるのが目的です。相手のその攻撃しようという心をですね。そうすると平和主義ですからね。自分から攻撃しないです。
Although katas are usually practiced alone, occasionally Higawana Sensei goes through one of the katas using opponents to demonstrate exactly how each movement is applied. This is very dangerous, requiring practice and extremely careful timing. For this exercise, Sensei uses his two most trusted students, Uehara-san and Kamimura-san. Though they are taught that karate is a defensive art, when the fighting starts there is no lack of brutal techniques. Many of the hand and elbow blows which Sensei is using are lethal. They strike into nerve centers and other vital points. The kick with the left leg is a feint, designed to pull the opponent down and onto the powerful right-legged kick. For the devotees of karate, then, fighting is not something to be fooled with or played at. It should never happen. They train themselves relentlessly to learn the self-control which prevents fighting breaking out. Their tradition has grown up amid centuries of foreigners invading their small island. Its central philosophy teaches calmness and preparedness in the face of adversity. If Higawana Sensei has his way, this philosophy of control and self-mastery will be taught, alongside the techniques, to practitioners of karate all over the world.
And it's Kung Fu, same time, same place, next week.